The Fabric of Reality by David Deutsch is one of the most mind-expanding books you will ever encounter. It doesn't just question our view of reality, it tears it down and rebuilds it with something even stranger and more beautiful: the multiverse. Deutsch argues that parallel universes, once the realm of science fiction, they're not only real, they are essential to understanding everything from quantum physics to time travel. Now, this book doesn't read like a sci-fi thriller. It's dense, it's deep, but it's worth it. Each chapter ends with a summary to help you breathe and remember which universe you're still in. At the center of Deutsch's theory are four fundamental strands: quantum physics, the theory of knowledge, computation, and evolution. Let's start with quantum physics, because that's where the multiverse kicks the door in. In the standard interpretation of quantum mechanics, particles exist in a haze of possibilities until they are observed. But in the many worlds interpretation, something far weirder happens. Every possibility actually occurs. Every time a particle could go left or right, the universe splits, one universe for each outcome. So when we say parallel universes, we're not talking about some abstract dimension. We're talking about a real branching structure of reality happening constantly everywhere. This idea isn't just metaphysical, it has practical consequences. Take Shor's algorithm. A quantum computing breakthrough, it can solve problems so massive it would take a normal computer longer than the age of the universe, and yet a quantum computer can crack it in seconds. Why? Because, according to Deutsch, it is not doing the work in just one universe, it's leveraging computations across many branches of the multiverse, interfering, combining, and collapsing the results into a solution we can observe. In Deutsch's words, quantum computers work because the multiverse is real.
Now let's take a detour into something familiar: virtual reality. Think about video games or VR headsets. When you wear one long enough, your brain starts to accept the virtual as real. Ever heard of phantom sense? People actually feel sensations in VR that don't exist physically. Why? Because your brain relies on signals: sight, sound, touch, and interprets them as reality. Now imagine plugging directly into a system like Neuralink, but more advanced. All your senses routed through a machine. You'd be in a fully immersive world. But here's the twist: you're already in one. Your brain doesn't experience the external world directly. It builds a model based on what your senses tell it. Your reality is a simulation running in your mind. That means each of us already lives in a kind of personal, constructed universe. And if we're already modeling reality, and reality itself is branching into infinite versions, then we'd each exist in one thread of a vast multiverse. Every choice you didn't make, some version of you did, in another universe. That's not just poetic, it's quantum mechanics.
Now zoom out. Let's talk about evolution. Deutsch argues that evolution isn't just a biological process, it's a fundamental way the universe creates knowledge. Through variation, error correction, and selection, simple things become complex: DNA, language, science, all products of evolutionary trial and error. And this applies to ideas as well. Theories evolve, explanations evolve. Even technology evolves through testing, feedback, and refinement, and all of it depends on information, and which brings us to the third strand: computation. Quantum physics enables computation. Computation stores and transforms knowledge tested by reality, evolves, and that cycle builds us, thinking beings capable of understanding the fabric of reality. So these four strands aren't just connected. Deutsch weaves them into a full-blown theory of everything. Not just a physics, but a framework for understanding why anything exists and how we come to know it.
But wait, we're not done bending reality. Let's talk time travel, through the lens of the multiverse. Classical time travel always runs into paradoxes. But what happens if you go back and prevent your own birth? That's the grandfather paradox. But in Deutsch's multiverse, this problem disappears. If you go back in time, You don't land in your past, you land in a different universe's past. A parallel branch where events unfold differently. You're not changing history, you're entering a new one. And here's the wild part. Quantum computers, which already rely on multiverse branching, may one day help us navigate these branches, like steering through time, but by switching paths. This isn't get in the DeLorean and go 88 miles per hour fantasy. It's multiverse mechanics, scientifically plausible under the same physics we already use to build real-world quantum machines.
So what does this all mean? It means you are not just a person in a universe. You are a constructor of knowledge, a node in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, a conscious agent through which the cosmos understands itself. You don't just live in the universe, you are a part of its fabric, and that's not science fiction. That's the fabric of reality.